Good evening, fans, and welcome to the Panther Den as we get set for Mountain 6 Conference basketball tournament action. In the opening round, the Lady Panthers and the Lady Blue Devils of Brevard will get to action here in just a few moments. I'm George Young, joined tonight by Byron McClure, filling in for Tony Christie, who will be with us next week for the entire Mountain 6 Conference basketball tournament. Tonight, the Lady Blue Devils come in with a 15-7 overall mark, and they are 5-5 in the Mountain 6 Conference. And Franklin comes in at 10-13, and they are also 5-5 in the Mountain 6 Conference. And a big win on Tuesday night against the Smoky Mountain Mustangs, who received an opening round bye. The first two seeds in the Mountain 6 Conference received opening round byes, and Smoky is your #1 seed. The winner of this one tonight will take on Smoky, and Franklin's got to have some confidence, Byron, after that big win in Silva on Tuesday night over the #1 seed.
Certainly no secret. Smoky Mountain down a very significant player on their roster, but nonetheless a very good Smoky Mountain team. Panthers played some of the best basketball they've played all season, George, and that really played itself out in the second half, getting them in position to win that basketball game.
Well, both teams are done warming up, and we will have the starting lineups here in just a few moments. Also, the singing of tonight's national anthem, and we head down to the court, and the PA announcer tonight, Ken Neitz.
A matchup of the girls' varsity basketball tournament. At this time, will you please rise, remove your hat, and honor America with the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Great rendition of our national anthem by Savannah Parker tonight as we get set for tip-off of the opening round of the girls' side of the Mountain 6 Conference basketball tournament. The starting lineups here right directly as Ken Neitz.
The Mountain 6 Athletic Conference and Franklin High School encourage and promote sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. Profanity, racial or ethnic comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the side of competition. Now let's meet the starters. First for Brevard, they come into tonight's game with a 15-7 overall record, 5-5 in the conference, and ranked #5 in the Mountain 6 Conference. Starting at point guard, a junior, #5, Tristan Berry. Starting at another guard, a sophomore, #10, Cassidy Calley. Starting at another guard, a sophomore, #12, Emma Berry. Starting at forward, a junior, #15, Michelle Lopez. And starting at the other forward, a junior, #34, Hannah Cade. The Blue Devils are coached by Chad Owenby, assisted by David McNeil, Nicole Owenby, and Brooklyn Rising. And now for your Panthers. They come into tonight's game with a 10-13 overall record, 5-5 in the conference, and ranked number 4 in the Mountain 6 Conference. Starting at guard, a 5'2" sophomore, number 21, Nevaeh Tran. Starting at another guard, a 5'11" freshman, number 23, Sierra Wade. Also starting at guard, a 5'11" sophomore, number 32, Kanan Drake. Starting at a forward, a 5'10" junior, number 40, Michaela Brewer. And your starting centers, a 5'11" freshman, number 33, Sydney Williams. Your Panthers are coached by Scott Hartbarger, assisted by Trace Rogers, Emily Presley, and Becca Brooks.
All right, thanks, Ken, with the starting lineup for tonight's matchup. Franklin and Brevard about to get to the court. And the winner of this one advances to the early game on Tuesday evening.
Michelle Lopez giving up some height here on the jump to Sydney Williams.
As we are underway here, fans. Underway here at the Panther Den. As comes up with our scoreboard. We'll get it working here in just a few moments. Sierra Wade out beyond the arc. She'll swing one over to Nevaeh Tran. Tran will give it up to Kanan Drake. Up top it goes to Sierra Wade, who jacks a three. It wouldn't fall, and the rebound stolen away. Brevard going to turn it over into the corner. They were trying to lift a pass, and it was errant of Cassidy Callie. Nevaeh Tran will bring it up court for Coach Scott Hartbarger. Over goes to Wade, now underneath Sydney Williams. Williams back out to Wade, now to Drake up high. She's going to feed it over right side to Nevaeh Tran. Tran going to find Drake up top, gives it up to Williams, who travels into the paint, loses control, and it's picked up by Brevard. And they'll attack down court. Up high, it's Lopez. She kicks it over for a three by Callie. It's off the mark, no good, and off the outstretched hands of a Lady Blue Devil and out of bounds. It was last touched by Hannah Cade.
Get a good look at the Panthers with their first bit of half-court offense here, George. Look like Brevard is set up in a 3-2 zone.
Wade with it deep in the left corner, feeds Sydney Williams. She's going to back it back out. Find Nevaeh Tran, free throw line. Lifts a tough jumper. She was triple teamed. It's off the mark, no good. Rebound picked up Tristan Berry into the front court. Lady Blue Devils push over to Callie. High pass intercepted. Sierra Wade coast to coast. Off the glass, good, and Franklin the first to score in this one. Now up 2-0. Deep three, up and good. Tristan Berry. She can hit from all over, and these two teams met a couple of times, Byron, in the regular season. A 60-58 win at Brevard for Coach Scott Hartbarger's Lady Panthers, and then a very low-scoring affair here at the Panther Den a couple of weeks back on February 1st, 43-39 loss. So these two teams are very close, have the exact record in the conference, and split their season series. Underneath, off the glass, good, Michaela Brewer. And Franklin's now up 4-3.
That game at Brevard proved very costly, George, as we lost Carlton for the season with a bad ankle sprain.
Yeah, she has been on the bench since then in crutches. Underneath, shot wouldn't fall for Michelle Lopez. Bringing it down court. Nevaeh Tran is tripped, and they'll whistle a foul on Brevard. Everyone's going to go against Michelle Lopez, her first. And the first whistled on the Lady Panthers. 5:20 to go here in the opening quarter. 4-3. Good news if you just joined us. I know we've been streaming here on FPSN, Facebook, and our YouTube channel, the JV. Underneath, they're going to whistle an offensive foul charge on Sydney Williams. That'll be her first and the team second. But both the JV squads won their opening round, and there's just 2 rounds in the Mountain 6 JV tournament. They've advanced to the JV finals, which will be on Thursday afternoon, really, at 4 and 5:30.
And that will be against Smoky Mountain, as I just received word that the girls team from Smoky Mountain had won the JV game there. So Franklin, Smoky Mountain for the JV conference championship.
The girls, that'll be the 4 o'clock start on Thursday night. The boys won 2, so they'll be in the 5:30 matchup in the boys final. Shot blocked underneath. Brevard brings it down court just inside the arc. Shot good, and the foul. Tristan Berry will go to the line for the and one.
Nevaeh Tran coming over a little bit late getting there and clipped her arm as she went racing by. Heck of a play by Tristan Berry.
Berry can't get the and one. Rebound Sydney Williams. Dishes one to Nevaeh Tran, who brings it across the timeline. 4:24 to go. Tran feeding Drake underneath, gets caught up in traffic. We've got a whistle and a blocking foul, I believe, on Michelle Lopez.
That defense looking more like a 1-2-2 zone there. First thing out, the wings were out so far, but now looks more like 1-2-2. Some good passing from the wings down in that high post area can expose that, and that's what you had right there.
Whistle that foul on Hannah Cave. Shot was no good. Brevard slow things down a bit on their end of the court. Emma Berry, cross-court pass. Deep 3, up and good. Reagan Eggleston. That's what I remember, especially over at Brevard. They were not shy at jacking some threes, and so far early on, they've hit them. Hopefully that doesn't continue. Sydney Williams, baseline. It's double team, kicks it back out.
3 threes early for Brevard, George. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you there, but they are hot from beyond the arc, like you said.
Sydney Williams just inside that 3-point arc. Wouldn't fall on the rebound. Picked up by Kanan Drake. She gets fouled. That's going to send Kanan to the line. Shoot a couple of shots here. That's going to go against Hannah Cave, her second, and the team's third, as Kanan attempts her first. And hits. Subs coming in for Brevard. Amari Williams into the game for Coach Chad Owenby.
It's funny to talk about a sophomore being the upperclassman on a team, but
yeah.
Kanan is, and she has acted like a leader here in the past couple of weeks, George. She's put together some really solid performances.
And really, Lady Panthers have come on late. Talked about that injury at Brevard to one of their key cogs. We got a foul underneath and going against Kanan.
I think they're going to get Sydney for that one, George.
Yeah,
second
right.
one, and that's that's awful early. 4.5 minutes in.
Yeah, her second, team's second. And the shot at the free throw line is off the mark for Amari Williams. She'll get one more. And the past few games, and except that Pisgah game last Friday, a week from tonight, last Friday. Outside of that game, Franklin's played well. Underneath, we've got a fight for it and a jump ball, and the Sessionero is going to be with the Franklin Panthers. Injuries really hurt Coach Scott Harbarger's squad through the middle part of the season. But when you get into tournament play, anything's possible, and you can improve your state playoff ranking if you can perform well. Maybe even if you win the tournament, you can really improve that playoff rank. Top of the key 3, Sierra Wade.
Got the friendly roll on that rim here in the old gym at Franklin High School.
Deep 3. That one's off the mark, no good. Tristan Berry, and Franklin's off to the other end of the court with it. Kanan Drake gives it up to Nevaeh Tran, up high. 2:36 to go, into the corner now. Brewer's shot blocked. or check that, Brooke Rogers shot blocked, and Brevard secures it. As Rogers is into the ball game. In the paint, Lopez couldn't get it to go. On the rebound, Kanan will secure it, then get fouled. It's going to go against Lopez, her second, and the fourth whistled on Brevard. Mountain 6 basketball tournament, if you can win it and you're not a #1 seed, then you can get that second slot in the state tournament. You can improve your seed.
That's right.
But you really are set with where the regular season puts you unless you win it all. 2:10 to go in the first. As Franklin attacks offensively, Nevaeh Tran to the hole, and she got fouled. It looks like early on here, Byron, that's the strategy, penetrate that defense, and we're getting some fouls whistled, already 5 on Brevard.
You got to get to the middle of the lane, and when that ball goes down in the corner, backside offensive people there got to get in the middle of the lane, look for that pass against that 1-2-2 zone.
First shot no good by Nevaeh Tran. She'll get one more. Second shot, good. Two minutes remaining. As another three is up off the mark, no good. And on the long carom, it's out of bounds off of a Blue Devil.
Well, it's obvious early, too. Brevard is going to make us step out and guard them behind the three-point line, George. So that puts some pressure on us. We still having a couple trips down. We're still sort of hanging back thinking, no, they're not going to shoot that. But they will. They will shoot that ball early in the possession.
Kendall Burns runs the point. She's checked into the game as Michaela Brewer has it left of the elbow. Back up high goes Candace Parker. Parker in the trees, drives in. Her shot was no good on the rebound. We've got a whistle and a jump ball. Possession arrow is going back to the Brevard Blue Devils.
Nice little offensive set there. Did exactly what we were talking about earlier. Michaela Brewer caught that entry pass up near that high post area after it come out of the corner.
Another three is off the mark, no good. That one was Eggleston. And Franklin off to the races quickly down court. Burns shot no good. Rebound Brevard. 70 seconds left here in the first. Deep three, Emma Berry off the mark, no good. Rebound Brevard underneath. They'll swing a pass. It's intercepted. Brooke Rogers intercepts it. Gives it up to Kendall Burns. She backs it out. Swinging a pass underneath. It's knocked away and picked up by Brevard. 44 seconds left here in the first. Up high, it's Berry. On the dribble. Drives in, loses control. Fight for it. Knocked away. Who was it last touched by? And looks like Candace Parker is the last to touch it. The Lady Panthers as Kanan Drake checks in.
Kendall Burns. I'm sorry, George. Kendall Burns got the initial poke there. Sort of pried it away. Candace Parker tried to get it. And I think you're trying to tell us Kanan Drake back in the game for the Panthers.
Yeah, the final 30 seconds. She's in and Way takes a seat. Up high, it's Tristan Berry. Over to Emma Berry. 15 seconds left. Feeding underneath to a wide open Williams, and she's going to get fouled. That's going to send Amari Williams to the line. And the foul will be whistled on Kanan Drake, her first, and the team's fourth. Two shots for Amari Williams. 12 seconds left.
Little give and go action there for Amari Williams. But that is the third free throw she's missed early on here.
Not even close with the free throw. Odd stance. Couldn't get the second either. Rebound Dylan Garcia with 10 seconds. Garcia drives in, then backs it out. Now going to feed underneath Parker. Then Parker spins and lifts a pass over to Brooke Rogers, but it's through her hands and out of bounds. 4 seconds left. Franklin with a 2-point lead. And see what Brevard dials up here. A half-court shot at the buzzer. Almost went in. Tristan Berry with a half-court shot. That's going to do it for the opening quarter. 10-8. Franklin with the advantage. We'll take a break. Hang with us on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. This is the Franklin Panther Sports Network.
You can buy a red one, a blue one, any shape, size, or price, on lot, online, or even from a vending machine. What and how you buy has changed a lot, but one thing has never changed. You buy it from somebody, and the people make the difference. Upfront pricing, market-based trade-ins, service after the sale, and never ever any games or gimmicks. That's the Smoky Mountain way.
And these are the Smoky Mountain people. Smoky Mountain Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 556 Highlands Road in Franklin.
Welcome back. Second quarter about to begin here at the Panther Den. First round of the Mountain 6 Conference Basketball Tournament. Glad that you're with us. Girls action here. And the varsity side, the Varsity Girls have an opening round game here tonight. They drew a 4 seed. The Varsity Boys drew a number 2 seed. And they got an opening round bye. They'll take on the winner of Pisgah and East Henderson on Tuesday night in Brevard. That's the late game at 8:30. Back to action. Sydney Williams with it, feeding underneath. Michaela Brewer, shot blocked. Brevard brings it up court with Tristan Berry. Swings it over to Emma Berry for 3, and she got it. We'll check that. That's going to be Cassidy Callie. Excuse me. Cassidy Callie with the 3, and she gives Brevard a 1-point lead. Underneath, Brewer's shot blocked. She gets her own block shot. Top of the key. Wade for 3. Wouldn't fall. Rebound, Kanan Drake, and she goes up and gets the bucket, and Franklin regains the lead at 12-11.
Kanan's 3rd rebound of the game, her 4th point. Coach Hartbarger electing to go back to Sydney Williams here early in the second quarter with 2 fouls already.
Another deep 3. Callie wouldn't fall. Long board. Nevaeh Tran picks it up deep in the corner. She's going to dribble out now. Lift a pass over Michaela Brewer to the hole. Brewer gives the Lady Panthers a 3-point lead. The pass secured. Emma Berry, and a cross-court pass over to Callie. Cassidy gives it up to Tristan. Back it goes to Callie. Thought about a 3. She got double-teamed. Over to Tristan Berry. She's going to jack a 3. It wouldn't fall. Another deep one. Rebound, Kanan Drake. Down court, gives it up to Wade. Back underneath, it goes to Kanan off the glass. Good.
What a basket, Jordan. See her catch that, the footwork that she used to get down to the low block area. Used her body perfectly to shield the defender. Layup and 1.
That foul whistled on Emma Berry. That's her first. 6th on Brevard. Drake's first shot, the only one, is up and good. 17-11, Franklin's biggest lead of 6 here in the second. 6:08 to go.
I think you're seeing a budding star right there, number 32, Kanan Drake.
Now Franklin's extending that defense to double team potential 3-point shooters outside the arc. They've been raining 3s, but not here in the second. Happened in the first. Feeding underneath. Pass intercepted by Kanan Drake. Down court to Sydney Williams. Sydney stops, pops, can't hit. Rebound is off of a Lady Blue Devil. Franklin resets underneath their own basket. Tran gets it up high to Brewer. Brewer off to Wade. Wade feeding Brewer underneath. Back out it goes over the head of Nevaeh Tran. Was it tipped? I'm going to say it was on the end line as Emma Berry tried to save it out of bounds. She touched it and she was stepping out of bounds. So Franklin retains possession.
Big hustle play, though, there for number 12 from Brevard.
Tran over to Wade. Now into the paint to Brewer. Back out. Nevaeh 3. Off the mark. Rebound, Sydney Williams. In the corner, Williams. Long two-pointer. Up and good. And now Franklin has extended the lead 19-11. And they've got to fix the basket there. Got caught up.
I got to tell you, George, I love the way the Lady Panthers are passing in and around that zone right now, finding the best shot and rebounding. We are winning the boards right now, no question.
Really, the only thing going for Brevard has been those beyond the arc shots. We'll see if they will try to attempt. They will. Another, and that's Hannah Cave. She couldn't convert. Off to Nevaeh Tran. Tran to Drake underneath. It goes to Michaela Brewer. Then her pass is knocked away. It's picked up Brevard. Now bring it down court. In the paint, running shot. Barry, no. Rebound, Sydney Williams. Off to Nevaeh Tran. Finds Wade, back to Tran. Deep in that right corner. 4:10 to go. High pass to Drake. Now to Williams, left side. Drives in baseline, then finds Wade. Off to Nevaeh Tran, feeding underneath. The pass will be intercepted by Hannah Cave. Brevard now brings it up with Barry into the right corner. Cassidy Callie, she dribbles out, then takes a shot. It wouldn't fall. Rebound picked up by Franklin. Lady Panthers up 19-11 here in the second quarter. First round of the Mountain 6 Conference Basketball Tournament. This is the first of 8 games on our family of YouTube and Facebook pages. Next week we'll be on Backlot Cinema's Facebook. 3 up and good. Kanan Drake. And we've got a whistle and a timeout. So we'll take one. Franklin now up 22-11. They've doubled up Brevard. Back after this on the Franklin Panther Sports Network.
The WNC Sports Zone is your official headquarters for everything Franklin Panthers. From pullovers to shirts and hats, you'll find it all at Sports Zone. From college to the pros, they've got a large selection of hoodies and sweatshirts at Sports Zone. And they can handle all of your screen printing, engraving, and embroidery. The WNC Sports Zone, located at the Franklin Plaza Shopping Center. Open 9 to 8, Monday through Saturday.
Coach Chad Owenby wanted to call timeout and talk it over as Franklin has taken a 22-11 advantage over his girls. Doubled them up with 3 minutes, 10 seconds to go here in the second. Brevard will have it as Hannah Caves deep in the left corner. Shove on Emma Berry. Over to Cassidy Callie. Now near to the free throw line. Lopez back out. It goes to Callie for 3. It wouldn't fall. Rebound. Kanan Drake. She's been big on the boards tonight. And then a pass into the front court is going to be intercepted. Down court. It wouldn't fall for Tristan Berry. And on the rebound, we've got a whistle and a foul coming up on Brevard.
George, we got 3 girls with 4 boards apiece right now. They are certainly controlling things on the glass. Brevard, it's hard to have a whole lot of rebounders. We got everybody ready to shoot a 3 all the time, right? And I mean, they will shoot them deep. I mean, we're talking volleyball line. Quite a few volleyball line distance 3-pointers tonight.
Foul was on Cassidy Callie. That's her first, team 7, so 1-1 for Sydney Williams. First one no good, but there to grab the rebound. It's Kanan Drake. Now some trouble underneath. And coming out with it is Brevard.
Now we'll say this, that quite a few turnovers we've had down there down low. We have got to be stronger with the basketball.
Another 3 is up and good on Emma Berry. Cuts into the lead now at 9 for the Lady Panthers. 2:12 to go here in this first half of action. Kanan Drake holds it high, feeds Sydney Williams in the paint, loses control. It's picked up. 2 minutes remaining. Bringing it down court. Tristan Berry, free throw line, leads into one and wouldn't fall. Rebound picked up by Cage. She goes up. No, another offensive board. And a three off the mark by Lopez. Franklin secures that one and will bring it into the front court with Candace Parker. Off to Kanan Drake, over it goes to Nevaeh Tran, who backs it, holds it over her head.
Very wisely, Parker and Tran sort of slow things down right here.
Drain some clock. Feeding underneath Sydney Williams. Out it goes Kanan Drake. She couldn't get it to go near the free throw line. And underneath, we've got it heading out of bounds off of a Lady Panther. Kayla Brewer going to check back in for Coach Scott Hardbarger. And into the game for Coach Chad Owenby is Reagan Eggleston.
Good move right there. Going to buy a minute 20, get Sydney on the bench, make sure she doesn't pick up that third foul.
Minute 14 left here in the first. In the paint with a shot, Eggleston. It wouldn't fall on the board. We've got to fight for it, and a jump ball possession arrow is going to stay with Brevard. 65 seconds left.
Again, that is the one thing Brevard's doing right now. They're just a little bit quicker to the ball here in the last 5 minutes. A little bit stronger with it.
Berry up high. Swings it over to Tristan Berry. Now left at the elbow, Lopez lost control. And we've got a tie up, and the possession arrow this time going to be with the Franklin Lady Panthers. 52 seconds left here in the second.
You know, George, you hear the term live and die by the three. Brevard right now, 14 points on the board, 12 of those from three-pointers.
No doubt about that. Nevaeh Tran gives it up. Candace Parker feeding underneath to Brewer. Out it goes to Brooke Rogers. Jumper wouldn't fall. Rebound Candace Parker. Out to Nevaeh Tran. Tran going to find Brewer up high. 30 seconds left. Drives in. Lifts a shot. No. And was the last to touch. It went out of bounds off of Michaela Brewer. Lopez will check back into the game. And Franklin will play some defense. The final 25 seconds left as Tristan Berry brings it up across the timeline. Berry harassed by Nevaeh Tran. Drifts into the paint. Running shot, no. Rebound, Lopez. And her pass is knocked out of bounds off of Kanan Drake. 10 seconds left. Brevard looks to get it in. They do to Berry. Now to Eggleston. 5 seconds left. Eggleston gets it over to Berry. Deep three. It's off the mark. That'll do it. One half in the books, and Franklin is up 22-14 here in the first round of the Mountain 6 Conference Basketball Tournament. Hang with us. We'll head to break, and when we come back, we'll get some stats with Byron and some analysis, and then we'll get you set for the tip-off of the third quarter here in just a few moments. Hang with us on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. This is the Franklin Panther Sports Network.
You can buy a red one, a blue one, any shape, size, or price, on a lot, online, or even from a vending machine. What and how you buy has changed a lot, but one thing has never changed. You buy it from somebody, and the people make the difference. Upfront pricing, market-based trade-ins, service after the sale, and never ever any games or gimmicks. That's the Smoky Mountain way.
And these are the Smoky Mountain people. Smoky Mountain Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 556 Highlands Road in Franklin.
All right, welcome back to the Panther Den as at the break of the girls varsity opening round matchup here in the Mountain 6 Conference Tournament. Good news so far. 22-14. Coach Hartbarker's girls are up by 8. These two teams split their regular season matchups, winning on each other's home court. Franklin did so on January 11th in Transylvania County, and Brevard returned the favor on February 1st. And we talked about it a couple of times, Byron, in that first half. Live by the 3, you die by the 3. And Brevard wasn't hitting threes in that second quarter.
No, and to be quite frank with you, very fortunate to actually still be in this game. That last 5 minutes or so for the Franklin Panthers, very sluggish. A lot of turnovers.
Yeah.
They dropped the ball in the post quite a few times, threw it away, didn't hit some of the shots they were hitting there in the first quarter, and then allowed Brevard to hang around. It's not that Brevard was scoring, just that Franklin was not scoring, and that's why right now it's a 14-22 lead. It breaks down like this for Brevard. Like you mentioned, live by the 3, die by the 3. Right now they've got 14 points on the board. 12 of those are three-pointers, 2 by Tristan Berry, 1 by Cassidy Calley, and 1 by Reagan Eggleston. Emma Berry's got the lone 2-point basket tonight for Brevard. For the Franklin Panthers, stat line looks like this. Candace Parker's got 2 rebounds tonight. Devea Tran has 1 point and a rebound. Sierra Wade has 5 points. Brooke Rogers adds 2 boards tonight. Sydney Williams has 2 points and 4 rebounds, playing in limited time because of foul trouble. Michaela Brewer has 4 points and 4 rebounds. First half certainly belonged, though, to number 32, Kanan Drake. She has, at the break, 10 points and 5 rebounds with a steal in the first half.
Appreciate it, Byron. Filling in tonight for Tony, who is, I believe, DJing tonight somewhere. And we talked about this a couple of times. Mountain 6 Conference Basketball Tournament this year at Brevard. And we're going to be the home of the Mountain 6 Basketball Tournament here on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. As you can see on screen, we'll be on the Backlot Cinema Facebook page and YouTube page. So if you haven't already, go ahead and like the Backlot Cinema Facebook page and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We will be streaming all the games. Doesn't matter if Franklin is involved or not. 8 games over 2 days, beginning on Tuesday rather, at 4 o'clock with the Varsity Girls semifinal, then a Varsity Boys semifinal. Franklin does play, the boys do, in the 8:30 Tuesday Varsity Boys game. And I doubt it will start at 8:30. They usually bump them about 30 minutes each game, so it could be 9:30.
Well, the great news, George, for us is it's only in Brevard,
yeah,
which
right.
is, you know, just right across the mountain, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll be here on YouTube and Facebook. Tony will rejoin us. Byron will be in the stands. He may make a cameo a few times. I'll need to rest my voice. It's going to be a long 48 hours there of talking and talking and talking, but it should be fun, and that starts on Tuesday.
Marathon event.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Thankful for the folks at Backlot and for the Franklin Panther Sports Network. This has been, I got to tell you, as a guy who's sort of stepped in here a few times and helped you guys, though, this is pretty revolutionary for high school basketball, period, and especially in this area, though, George, what you guys have done here, you and Ben Walker, in bringing us the action in a way that we can see it. And if you're smart enough to work a smart TV, like an old man told me the other day, this has been extraordinary. You guys have done a great job with all this.
There's a lot of technical hurdles we have to overcome at Brevard.
Yeah.
We've already gone over and talked to them, and hopefully we've got all that worked out, and hopefully we'll have just as much as we have here at home next week on Tuesday and Thursday. All right, we'll take a break. We've got about 3.5 minutes until we'll get to third quarter action. We'll come back and tip off the third quarter here in just a few moments. Hang with us on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. This is the Franklin Panthers Sports Network. All right, welcome back here to the Panther Den as we've got about 2 minutes until the start of the third quarter. Tomorrow, I don't see him around. He said he was going to come talk to us, but I don't see Coach Flemons. Tomorrow there's a big day here at the Panther Den at the FHS Gymnasium, the travel ball tournament from teams from all around. I believe it's going to be an all-day event starting at 10 o'clock and lasting all throughout the afternoon, probably ending about dinner time tomorrow, and all age groups. It's a big event. If you like basketball, starting with the little ones all the way up to teenagers, right here at the Panther Den is the place you need to be tomorrow. All-day event.
And I know Brian Terrell's group there, which it would be the Mites, the Termites, are playing in the championship. Our Mites fell a little short there. He was contacting me today about they're going to do a little bit of shoot around before the game tomorrow. But yeah, that is a pretty good deal there for us to be able to host that event here in the Panther Den. And I would say, I'm like you, Coach Flemons, who was supposed to be up here. He's probably walking around doing logistical stuff for that tomorrow, if I had to guess.
I don't know where he went. He was sitting up where we're located watching some of the JV games, and that's when I roped him in. He stood me up.
He was sweeping the floor there a minute ago. He's gotten busy and stood you up for sure.
All right, both teams are ready to go, it appears. Brevard is ready to go, and here comes Franklin out onto the court. And the third quarter is about underway. 22-14, 8-point advantage for Coach Scott Hartbarger. As Brevard will have it to begin things, Emma Berry will kick it over for another deep three. It's off the mark. No good. Long board secured by Nevaeh Tran as Cassidy Callie attempted that one. And Nevaeh Tran try to get that offense going that went to sleep late in the second quarter, and underneath Michaela Brewer off the glass. Good. Back to a 10-point advantage.
Panthers come out in a 2-3 zone.
Ball on the floor. Intercepted. Nevaeh Tran. Tran working on Emma Berry. Lifts the pass up high. Sierra Wade over to Sydney Williams. Now into the court. Into the left corner it goes. And Canaan back up top. Nevaeh Tran. Bounce pass to Michaela Brewer underneath. Shot up and good. Now Michaela Brewer out of the gate. 4 points for Brewer, and it's a 26-14 advantage.
Hannah Kay pretty physical down low with Sydney Williams, and that's okay. Michaela Brewer on that other block. She's had 2 good looks early on here.
Lopez kicks it out for a deep three off the mark. Emma Berry. Rebound though. Offensive. Underneath. Nifty dribbling Tristan Berry off the glass. 26-16. 10-point lead for the Lady Panthers. If they can win tonight, they'll advance to the 4 o'clock game on Tuesday. Feeding underneath. Drake had it briefly. Ball's on the floor. Tran picks it up. Her pass knocked away again. And almost saved out of bounds by Tristan Berry, but she stepped on the inline, and Franklin will reset.
Can't take away. I will say the girls in blue are hustling. I felt like they were in the second quarter. They brought that back out of the locker room with them.
Brewer to get it in. He goes into Nevaeh Tran.
They have gone to a man-to-man defense, as Brevard.
And we've got a bump near the free throw line going against Emma Berry. It'll be her second, first on Brevard this half. And Nevaeh Tran will get it in. Brewer underneath, spinning and shooting. Make it 6 points. Excuse me, out of the gate.
I'll tell you what, she's really nifty around the basket, George. Nice touch.
Under 6 minutes remaining. Running shot wouldn't fall. Offensive board, Hannah Cade. She goes up, gets it knocked away. Berry Up high goes to Cade. Back over to Tristan. Berry on the dribble. A deep three near the scores table.
I mean, a terrible possession if you're Brevard. And if you look right now, the head is in the hands of the Brevard coach. I mean, you're facing a 2-3 zone and you take a volleyball line three-pointer right there. I mean, pass it around. There's gaps in that zone, but Brevard not willing to look for him. Oh, what a touch. Michaela Brewer having a time down low, George.
Goodness. 30-16. Up high, it's Tristan Berry. Feeding to Williams. Free throw line. She's going to drive in and get it knocked away. It's off of a Lady Panther. Now Coach Chad Owenby wants to talk it over. He's seen enough. 5:04 to go here in the third. And Franklin's extending the lead 30-16. We'll take a break. Hang with us on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. This is the Franklin Panthers Sports Network. Still on a timeout as Coach Chad Owenby wanted to talk things over with his girls here. It was a full timeout. And
I'm watching him over there, George. He's talking about the very shot that we were chuckling about. He pointed right at the spot where they took that three, and he's still talking to the young lady that shot it. And his head's purple. He's a little upset. I don't blame him. I would be too.
Brevard has it out of the timeout. They'll get it in to Berry into the corner now. Tristan back to Emma. She thought about a three, thought better of it. Gives it up to Tristan. Under 5 minutes remaining. Now feeding underneath. The pass going to be knocked away and picked up by Tristan, or by Nevaeh Tran. Trying to feed Tristan Berry. Into the corner. Nevaeh Tran to Wade. Back out it goes. Kanan Drake for three. They'll say it was a two-pointer. Her foot was on the line.
She did have that foot on the line. Good call.
32-16 Franklin.
Nice passing though to expose that.
Another deep three. It's the top of the backboard.
I would love to see the season stats, George, on three-pointers shot by this team in relation to overall field goals.
Bringing it up court. Nevaeh Tran picks up her trouble, gets double teamed. Now we've got a tie up. The possession arrow. Oh, they're going to say a timeout was called by Coach Scott Harbarger before a foul or a jump ball. 30-second timeout. Coach Scott Harbarger. 3 minutes and 57 seconds left here in the third quarter. We talked about this a couple of times. Here's the schedule of events next week on Tuesday and Thursday. We'll have the teams, the matchups. Tomorrow we'll have a graphic up on our Facebook pages. Next week, all the games will be streamed live on Backlot Cinema's Facebook pages. Every game, even if Franklin is not involved, will be streaming. Even the JV finals, and Franklin will be involved in the JV finals. As if you just joined us, the JV boys and the JV girls won their games here, and they'll be involved in the JV finals on Thursday. Back to action. Nevaeh Tran, shot wouldn't fall. Rebound Brevard. Emma Berry drifts inside the arc, kicks it out for a three that wouldn't fall. Lopez, ball on the court, bodies on the court. We got a jump ball. Possession arrow is going back to the Franklin Panthers. 3:35 to go here in the third.
Candace Parker going to check in, George. Give Sierra Wade a rest. Sierra with 5 points tonight.
Into the front court, some trouble. Parker is going to travel with it. 3:32 remaining in the third. If Franklin's able to keep this lead and win this ball game, they would take on the #1 seed in Smoky Mountain on the Tuesday. 4 o'clock, the early game. Just wide of the elbow. Shot wouldn't fall for Reagan Eggleston. And the rebound off to Franklin. It would be what they used to call a day-night doubleheader. Shot good. Just right of the stripe for Nevaeh Tran. Franklin plays at 4 o'clock if they win this one in the girls semifinal. The boys would play the 8:30 matchup in the boys semifinal. They picked up a first-round bye by nature of finishing second in the conference. Lopez deep in the corner. Kicks it up top. Barry over to Eggleston. Her shot wouldn't fall. Grabbed her own rebound briefly, and then Nevaeh Tran stole it from her. And then they whistled a foul on who? It's going against Brevard.
Tran with the steal. That's her second on the night. He got hooked in the arm there by the Brevard player.
And it looks like Eggleston is going to pick it up. That'll be her second. And the team's first. Brewer over to Williams. Williams spinning and shooting. It wouldn't fall. Rebound Drake. She goes up. She couldn't get it to go, but they whistled a foul on Brevard. That'll send Kane Drake to the line. Foul on Tristan Berry, her first, team's third.
Nice no call there, too, on the move by Sydney Williams. Brevard defender certainly flopped on that.
Her shot is good. One more.
Tell you the thing about Kanan, George, the way she shoots those free throws, she's front-ended all of these, but she shoots so soft. She gives every one of them a chance to go in, and that's from a lot of practice. Of course, I jinxed her.
Second shot rims out, of course. That's the announcer jinx. Tony loves to jinx him, and he'll call himself out when that happens. Up high. Lopez drives in, kicks it to Barry. 3 off the mark, no good. And the board is off to the Lady Panthers. Brewer picks it up. 2 minutes remaining here in the third. In the corner, Williams holds it high, now puts it on the floor. Swings a pass up top to Nevaeh Tran. Now into the corner it goes. Kanan, baseline. Got it! Drake with a bucket. 37-16. Franklin, their biggest lead of the night. And then another deep 3. It's Barry.
Got to step out on her. I don't care if, you know, volleyball line in. You've got to step out on her.
She can hit them from anywhere. And we got a whistle.
Just a straight up trip. That's
yeah.
I mean, think about it is, if we were not on TV, I wouldn't say that, because on radio our folks would never really know. But that was a trip attempt is what that was.
So Franklin resets underneath. After the foul was whistled on Lopez, her third, and then Franklin sees to turn it over. Tristan Berry up top, driving in. Wild shot wouldn't fall, gets her own rebound though. Underneath we've got a push. It's going against Candace Parker. It'll be her first and the team's first this half. Minute 11 left in the third. Shots coming up for Tristan.
And as she gets ready to shoot these, George, I'll say again, we have to take care of the basketball right here. You got a 17-point lead, and I don't want to sound like it's a dire time yet, but we've had a couple of trips right here like we had at the end of that second quarter where we just didn't take care of it.
37-21. Get it up across the timeline. Dangerous pass. Dylan Garcia will drive in and get fouled. Now she gets a technical.
You know, this is, well, Brevard comes out with some three-quarter court pressure. And Franklin able to get down here and got a good shot by Dylan Garcia. Dylan gets fouled. And I've watched this for quite a while right here. Number 15 for Brevard, Michelle Lopez, has really been active, not only with her hands and feet, but with her mouth. And I think Dylan just told her what she thought. They're going to get Lopez with the technical here. Dylan Garcia will go to the line. But I saw that one coming. I think you have too. There's been a few possessions up and down the court where Miss Lopez has been pushing, shoving a little bit, talking a little bit. Dylan said something back to her. So now I guess they're going to get double T's here.
It appears. Unless they said she was in the act of shooting with the foul and then whistled the technical.
You're right, George. Yes, you're right. I'm sorry, it was a shooting foul. So it was Dylan.
Yep.
So they didn't catch Lopez, because Lopez was certainly talking, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
But Dylan learned a lesson there. It's always the one, right?
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
always the one.
It's usually the one that retaliates.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, the previous game to this one, the JV Boys semifinal, was
hairy,
to say the least.
Yeah.
A lot of hollering. Not many fans here in the stands, but it was loud in this gym.
Shot blocking, staring down, trash talking.
Franklin's off to the races. Kendall Burns backs it out into the corner. Garcia loses control and travels with it.
Again, just got to get control. You cannot afford right now. Those are wasted trips up and down the court, and you're giving them a chance to get back in it.
Yeah, and you have seen in this game they can hit threes from anywhere and take them from anywhere. That one didn't fall. Rebound up to the Panthers, up court. Parker. Swing it back, Burns. Wade with it now, back to Burns. Burns travels with it. Back-to-back traveling violations on the Lady Panthers. 24 seconds left in the third.
Burns' first turnover, but unfortunately, again, they're just mounting up for the Lady Panthers right now.
Tristan Berry. Over to Emma. Back to Tristan. Megan Eggleston with it briefly. She gets it back. Now going to be double teamed. 3 seconds left. And I'm not sure if that was a pass or it was a shot, but she was fouled. And they're going to say it was in the act of shooting. So,
well,
shots coming up.
I want to see this shot because I'm going to tell you which hand that ball came out of. It came out of her left hand. So. Yep, that was a bad call.
Her shot is no good. The foul, by the way, on Kendall Burns, her first, and just the third whistled on Franklin. 5 whistled on Brevard. We've got 1 second left here in the third quarter. Second one good. They're going to say it was a 3-shot foul as well.
I mean, no joke. That came straight out of her left hand.
And the third shot wouldn't fall. That'll do it. I'll wave off the shot at the buzzer. 3 quarters in the books. 39-23 Franklin in the first round of the Mountain 6 Conference Basketball Tournament. Fourth and final quarter coming up. Hang with us on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. This is the Franklin Panthers Sports Network.
You can buy a red one, a blue one, any shape, size, or price. On lot, online, or even from a vending machine. What and how you buy has changed a lot, but one thing has never changed. You buy it from somebody, and the people make the difference. Upfront pricing, market-based trade-ins, service after the sale, and never ever any games or gimmicks. That's the Smoky Mountain way.
And these are the Smoky Mountain people. Smoky Mountain Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 556 Highlands Road in Franklin.
Welcome back to the Panther Den, as we're just about ready to begin the fourth quarter. You asked me in the break who Smoky played tonight. In the JV boys side, it was Pisgah.
Pisgah wins that game, so our JV boys will square off against Pisgah in the JV finals next week.
The JV boys play Pisgah, JV girls play Smoky. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Back to action, fourth quarter now. Franklin up 39-23. Williams, free throw line, bounces it out. Barry into the corner. To Cassidy, Callie guarded by Sierra Wade, gives it up to Tristan Berry. Mari Williams had it briefly, going to give it up to Eccleston. Eccleston shot no. Offensive board, and the stick back wouldn't fall. And another offensive rebound. Trouble in the corner, feeding underneath. Williams will get fouled as she was heading to the stripe. And she will be at the free throw line to shoot two here. Williams, Sydney Williams that is, picks up her third and the fourth whistled on Franklin. And the first shot is up and good. She gets one more. Second shot is up and it's good. Trouble in the backcourt as Tran gives it up to Brewer. Brewer going to be double teamed. And they're going to whistle a foul on Brevard. It's going to go against Emma Berry. Tran has it up top. And to Williams. Over to Drake. Back to Tran. Now to Wade, left wing. Can't get it to go from beyond the arc. Rebound is kicked off of Sydney Williams' hand. 6:59 to go, fourth quarter. Franklin with a commanding 39-25 lead. Looking to advance to the semifinals of the Mountain 6 Conference Tournament. Hannah Cave going to tiptoe that baseline, then lift a shot underneath. It wouldn't fall. Rebound off to Kanan Drake. Drake to Nevaeh Tran. Into the corner, Wade. Three. No good. Emma Berry with the board. Brevard attacks. Berry. Shot wouldn't fall, but we've got a whistle and a foul coming up on the Lady Panthers. Stops the clock. 6:23 to go in the fourth. That was going to go against Kanan Drake. That'll be her second and the team's sixth. Berry at the line. First one is up and good. Candace Parker's checked in by.
Putting away some free throws right here, just chipping away. Still 6:23 left in this game.
Second one is up and good. It ain't over yet, and with some pressure and some turnovers, things could turn very quickly for Brevard. They're able to shoot the three and get hot. That's some trouble in the corner, and we've got a whistle. And it looks like a blocking foul will be whistled on Brevard. 17 foul on the Lady Blue Devils, so 1-1 coming up for Nevaeh Tran. That one's going against Tristan Berry, her second. And Nevaeh at the stripe.
Been stuck on this point total for a while. Be nice to see us sink a couple right here.
Yeah, even though Franklin's got a commanding lead, they've gone through some significant droughts in this game.
Absolutely.
And the second quarter, late in the second, and now here into the fourth quarter. Couldn't get the first, but offensive board by Brewer. Keep things going, and then a turnover.
Once again, you know, just can't have those little empty trips right there. You gotta take care of the ball.
Berry with it. Bounce pass into the corner. Reagan Eggleston going to be tied up. And jump ball possession arrow is back to Franklin. With 5:50 to go, we've got a whistle and a timeout. Coach Scott Hartbarger wants to talk things over with 5:50 left in this one. We'll take a break. Franklin up 12. Back after this on YouTube Live and YouTube Live and Facebook Live. This is the Franklin Panthers Sports Network.
The WNC Sports Zone is your official headquarters for everything Franklin Panthers. From pullovers to shirts and hats, you'll find it all at Sports Zone. From college to the pros, they've got a large selection of hoodies and sweatshirts at Sports Zone. And they can handle all of your screen printing, engraving, and embroidery. The WNC Sports Zone, located in the Franklin Plaza Shopping Center. Open 9 to 8, Monday through Saturday.
Back to action out of the timeout as Nevaeh Tran will have it up top. Give it up to Brewer, and then she throws it back, and too tough for Nevaeh to handle, and it's out of bounds. Brevard and Emma Berry. Out to Tristan. Tristan lifts a three and rims out. Rebound on the floor now. And we've got a whistle and a foul coming up on Brevard. 1-1. Coming up for Brewer. So they're going to whistle that one on Reagan Eccleston, her third.
Right now, tonight, Kanan Drake, Michaela Brewer carrying the scoring load for the Panthers. Chance Michaela here to step and put her 13th point in.
Went on a tear to begin the third quarter if you just joined us out of the gate. 8 points. And the first one's up and good. And built onto that halftime lead for Franklin. Second shot. It's up and good. Yeah, she's been the story offensively here in the second half for Coach Hartbarger and his Lady Panthers. Lopez with it. She throws it away. An unforced turnover for Brevard.
Turnover bug maybe spreading. Let's give that thing to Brevard. Three-quarter court pressure once again.
Franklin breaks it. Williams feeding underneath. Kanan Drake off the glass. Good. 43-27. Got a whistle up top, and that was going to look like go against Sydney Williams. Yeah, that's going to be her fourth. Sixth on Franklin, and yeah, she's going to take a seat.
I was going to tell you, George, that last basket for Kanan Drake, 17th point on the night. Big night for Kanan.
Brevard resets. Look to get it in, they do. Berry with it into the corner. Another three off the mark. Tristan Berry. Rebound Franklin. Parker. Bounce pass over to Rogers. Baseline jumper. Good. Brooke Rogers gets into the scoring column. It's 45-27, and Franklin now extending that lead after going through a little bit of a drought to begin this fourth quarter.
6 unanswered for the Lady Panthers.
Berry drives in. Backs it back out. Gives it up to Eccleston. She jacks a three. No. Rebound Kanan Drake. Franklin off to the races. Michaela Brewer can't get it to go, but she was fouled. That'll send Michaela to the line for a couple of free throw shots. Going to be the 9th on Brevard and the 3rd on Tristan Berry. She could extend this lead to 20 if she can hit both. First one's good.
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say a word.
The second shot. No good. Wasn't your fault that time. And on the rebound, over the back, maybe some frustration there on Brewer. She'll pick up the foul. 7th on Franklin, so 1-1 for Brevard. 4:20 remaining here in the fourth. And the rest of the way we'll be shooting free throws both ways.
Front end make was Michaela's 15th point of the night.
Emma Berry at the charity stripe. It wouldn't fall. Rebound. Picked up. Franklin attacks into the front court. Tran on the dribble. Bounces one underneath. Spinning and shooting. Brewer couldn't get it to go. Rebound is off to the Lady Blue Devils. Under 4 minutes remaining.
One of the rare low post misses for Brewer. And a good look.
Deep three again. Off the mark. Tristan Berry. Tran picks up the board. Tina Drake up high. Goes to Parker. 3:30 to remaining. Kayla Brewer bounce pass. And it goes Drake. She's going to back it back out. Draining some clock here. Over to Parker. Now into the corner. Brooke Rogers. Rogers drives in. Finds Kanan. Draining more clock down to 3:13 to go fourth quarter.
See if Brevard's going to come out and foul or force the action, because we'll take this right here. Just be patient.
Kanan Drake dribbles around outside the arc. Dangerous pass picked up by Brewer. And now we've got a whistle, and we're going to get one on Tristan Berry here. 10th team foul, double bonus now, Michaela Brewer.
And that's certainly what you look for. George, I got to tell you, I look at this game, 2:50 left. Brevard's got 27 points on the clock. I can't help but think if if they would have tried to take the opportunity to work the ball in and get some mid-range and low-post shots tonight, you know, they could have certainly maybe changed their fortune. When we've said it now quite a few times, live and die by the three. Well, tonight they have certainly died by that three. Only 27 points on the board under 3 minutes to go.
And when we say three, we mean NBA range.
Oh,
threes,
yeah, absolutely. And we're not even talking about a couple of good passes in the middle of the zone, popping a three. We're talking about coming across the court and shooting it from the volleyball line.
About where Barry is right there. Isabella Muser underneath. She loses control. Brevard will retain possession. 2:36 to go, fourth quarter. Commanding 48-27 lead, the biggest of the night for Franklin. Muser underneath, and she's going to get fouled. She's going to be at the line for 2 shots, as that one is going against, I believe, Kanan. Yes, they're going to put her number up. Kanan Drake, her third. Rainbow shot from the charity stripe would not fall for Isabel Muser. Into the game for Brevard is Chloe Bickford. Second shot, air ball.
That one got up there a ways too, bro.
Yeah. 2:30 left here in the fourth.
Brevard still in a man-to-man.
Nevaeh Tran driving in, getting tied up, or was it a foul? They're going to whistle a foul on the Lady Blue Devils.
Or I should say woman-to-woman defense.
Emma Berry picks it up, her fourth at this point. I don't know if it matters, but foul trouble for Emma Berry. 21-point lead, could make it more. Tran hits the first. Make it an even 50, half 100. She can hit this one.
Starting to see some players come in there that we've not seen so far. Najee Macon.
And wearing the yellow shoes tonight. Let's see her from a long way away. 2:20 to go as the second shot is good. It's 50-27 now. 23-point lead. Franklin going to advance to the opening game in the semifinals on Tuesday at Brevard. against Smoky Mountain. Deep three again, up and good. Tristan Berry.
Going down true to form, huh?
Back to a 20-point advantage. Tran going to try to answer. No good. Long board. Picked back up. Nevaeh moves it up. Brooke Rogers. Baseline jumper. No. Rebound Brewer underneath, and she gets knocked to the floor. Michaela will be at the line for a couple. Franklin will take on Smoky Mountain. They are the #1 seed, the team that they just beat on Tuesday night on Smoky's home court. That'll be the 4 o'clock game, the opener of the Brevard side of the round 6 conference tournament. First shot no good, and all of those games will be on Backlot Cinema's Facebook page. All the games, even if Franklin is not playing, will be streamed on Backlot Cinema's Facebook and YouTube pages. So go ahead and follow those pages. Make sure you get notifications for the Facebook page and the YouTube page, so you'll know that we're streaming and the games that we're streaming. 8 games total next week on Tuesday and Thursday, including the JV finals on a Thursday. They start at 4 o'clock. Deep three again. Tried to bank it home, did Chloe Bickford. Rebounds on the floor, bodies, and a jump ball. Possession arrow with Franklin. 1:24 to go in the 4th quarter. 51-30. And Brevard will have possession. Franklin will win the season series. This is the 3rd matchup. They split in the regular season. Underneath, shot going to be blocked as Brittany Smith, who's checked in, took one in the paint. And now we've got a whistle and a timeout going to be called by Brevard. So we'll take one with 77 seconds left in the 4th quarter. 51-30, Franklin on top. Back after this on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. This is the Franklin Panther Sports Network. Back to action out of the timeout. Brevard looks to get it in. It's knocked away. We've got a tie up. And jump ball possession arrow is going to go back to Franklin with 74 seconds left.
George, looking ahead to that tournament, it's no secret. That's a long way to travel next week for our teams. Of course, it's a long way to travel for Brevard tonight to come here. That's what we always have to convince those people when they complain about how long of a drive it is to Franklin. And we're always like, imagine if you have to leave here and go that way every time. Of course, they don't see it that way. But that certainly is something to talk about as we look to that tournament next week. And if you're a team like the Franklin Boys, surely you're going to probably travel separately from the girls. If you go early enough to get to the girls' game and then sit around and wait for your game, that is a long day when you put school with it. So a lot of logistical things here that the athletic department has to figure out in terms of transporting 4 different teams that will be playing in that tournament next week.
Yeah. All 4 teams, JV girls and boys, JV boys, or Varsity Girls and Varsity Boys will be playing in that tournament as Brevard turns it over. 44 seconds left. And that's all on 2 different days. You've got the varsity tournament on Tuesday and then the finals on Thursday.
JV girls will play Smoky Mountain once again if you're just tuning in, and JV boys will play Pisgah
Shot wouldn't fall. Williams with the rebound. She goes up. It wouldn't fall. Another offensive board. Rogers, her shot wouldn't fall. And then we've got another whistle on the rebound. And that one's going to go against Franklin.
And we don't have any scores in yet, but we got to believe that our girls tonight will be moving on to play the Smoky Mountain Mustangs once again as the #1 seed. And the way that works, this is the 4 and 5 seed playing here. So they are the lower of the first round games. The higher seed being the #3 seed playing the #16. So they would play the #2 seed, East Henderson. And the winner of this game will play the #1 seed, Smoky Mountain, which is most likely what's going to happen. We do not have any news yet from the Varsity Boys side, who are playing their first round games tonight.
Those games may be still going on. Garcia gives it up to Burns with 15 seconds left. Garcia on the dribble, drives in. Running shot wouldn't fall. Rebound, Brittany Smith. 4 seconds left. Trouble. Burns at the buzzer. No good. Franklin wins tonight over the Brevard Lady Blue Devils. And we will wrap things up, get you set for the tournament. That is coming up in just a few moments. Hang with us on the Franklin Panther Sports Network.
You can buy a red one, a blue one, any shape, size, or price, on lot, online, or even from a vending machine. What and how you buy has changed a lot, but one thing has never changed. You buy it from somebody, and the people make the difference. Upfront pricing, market-based trade-ins, service after the sale, and never ever any games or gimmicks. That's the Smoky Mountain way.
And these are the Smoky Mountain people. Smoky Mountain Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 556 Highlands Road in Franklin.
All right, welcome back as we wrap things up. And Franklin wins tonight over the Brevard Blue Devils in the opening round of the Mountain 6 Conference Tournament. Byron, convincing victory over the Lady Blue Devils.
Absolutely, and even though we went through some stretches where we couldn't put the ball in the basket, rebounding tonight and a performance, 2 big performances from key players on this team, helped the Panthers pull out the victory and move on to the second round of this tournament.
All right, we'll wrap things up quickly. You've got some stats for us.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at those Franklin Panthers stats. Candace Parker tonight, couple of rebounds. Dylan Garcia chips in with 2 free throws. Nevaeh Tran, she's got 4 points on the night, 2 rebounds, 2 steals. And Sierra Wade tonight, 5 points, a rebound, and a steal. Kanan Drake tonight, what a great game by Kanan. She's going to finish with 17 points, 8 rebounds on the night. Also added a steal to that. Sydney Williams has a basket along with 4 rebounds. And Michaela Brewer tonight with the double-double. She had 18 points, 10 rebounds tonight for the Lady Panthers. Solid effort.
All right, let's name a Backlot Cinema a player of the game, and a couple of girls really stood out tonight, Byron.
No question. Kanan Drake early established herself as a scorer in the paint there, something that Brevard was going to have to deal with. You know, we went through a little spell there where she wasn't scoring. Michaela picked it up in the second quarter, and in the second half, both were scoring at a high pace, but it was that 8 straight points by Michaela Brewer at the beginning of the second half to sort of set her apart, put her on the road for a double-double tonight, 18 points, 10 rebounds. That's our player of the game tonight, Michaela Brewer.
Really extended that lead to open up the third quarter and was a turning point in the game. Double-double, congratulations.
Took a game that was iffy at that point, maybe an 8-point lead, and she just hammered 4 straight baskets in around the bucket, and that set us up in a position to really, if you think about it, went from 8-point lead to 16-point lead, and that's where it stood for about another quarter. So a big turn there by Michaela Brewer. Congratulations to her, and certainly congratulations to Kanan Drake on another fine performance.
Absolutely, and they'll have to play well on Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening at 4 o'clock. They'll take on Smoky Mountain, a team that they just beat on a Tuesday night. But the Lady Panthers are playing well, and you got to like their chances heading into the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, the girls are playing well. I love the way that they pass the ball in the half court. And even tonight, when Brevard switched out of the zone and went man, Nevaeh Tran showed that she is willing to put the ball on the floor and put that defense under pressure and make things happen. I love the way the girls pass the ball. I will say we have got to reduce turnovers if we want to extend our season, because Smoky Mountain is a tough team. They're going to have their star player back next week, and it will certainly be a different atmosphere than it was this past Tuesday night at Smoky Mountain High School.
No doubt. Good job, Byron.
Thanks,
filling
man.
in for Tony Christie. We may see you again. I might have to, like the old wrestlers do a tag out, and you come and replace me, because it's going to be a long week, a fun week. Backlot Cinema's Facebook and YouTube account is where we're going to be streaming the Mountain 6 Conference basketball tournament, beginning with the girls semifinal, Franklin and Smoky Mountain at 4 o'clock. And then after that, we've got more games, 5:30, 7 o'clock, and at 8:30, Franklin Boys will take on the winner of Pisgah and East Henderson.
Going to be a good one.
Should be good. Starts on Tuesday. For Byron and for Ben Walker behind us, also Josh Chastain running the mobile camera tonight. For all involved, I'm George Young. So long.